Hey, little flexers, welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be a little bit different from the stuff that I normally post. I just want to keep you in the loop about what's going on in my personal life. Now, this video is not for the casual viewer. This video is not for the hater. This video is not for most people, to be honest, but it's for the people that come to my channel regularly, either here or on Twitch, and have been wondering, JW, where are you? Why haven't you been posting recently? And there's a really good reason for that. So over the last couple weeks, I have been involved with this ministry at our church called My Village Ministries. And what this ministry does is it helps families in crisis, specifically with their kids. So maybe mom is in rehab, or maybe mom is looking for housing, or maybe dad is going through financial troubles, just lost a job, or maybe the family unit in some way is under stress and they need the kids taken care of while they figure out whatever issue is going on in their life. And for this particular family, whose kids we have now, the mom has cancer, and so she's going through chemo and radiation treatment to eliminate cancer from her body, and it's really hard on her. But while she's doing that, we have the opportunity to host her two kids, a 2 and 3 year old, and they they are crazy. As you guys know, I already have a child of my own. She's 7 months now. And so we've had 3 kids that are 3 or younger in the house. And as you can imagine, that takes a toll on a creator's possibilities, to say the least. So I get up at about 6 in the morning, and that's assuming that they sleep through the night. So I'm up at like 5:36 whenever they wake up. Sometimes I'm up in the middle of the night because the younger one just cannot sleep through the night. So he has some really bad nights where he's up, midnight, goes back to sleep, 1 o'clock, goes back to sleep, 2 o'clock, just crying, screaming, because he's in a new place and he's not comfortable. And I get it, right? It makes a lot of sense. But anyway, so I might be up in the middle of the night, and then I wake up with them for the day at about 5:36, and we'll get our breakfast, we'll get in the car, I'll take them to daycare around 6:37, 6:30 on a good day, 7 most days. And then they'll go to daycare, we'll pick them up at around 4, take them to a park, go play, come home, and then we have, 2 hours where we're eating, um, uh, bathing, reading, and then finally putting them to sleep at around 7:38. And so as soon as I put them to bed, I just want to melt into the couch, man, especially those days that I just haven't slept. So I just want to like veg out. Maybe I'll watch some Love is Blind with my wife, or maybe I'll, just scroll through TikTok or something. But I just like do not want to think at all, because these kids, man, it's hard with kids that have gone through trauma because there's a lot of hitting, there's a lot of screaming, there's a lot of not obeying, just doing things that are not helpful for them or helpful for us, and just a lot of energy, because that's how they get what they want in other more competitive environments. When they're at home with their other brothers and sisters, that's how they get what they want, right? Hitting, or screaming, crying, right, to get the attention of mom or the caregiver. And that's how they do it at daycare, right? There's a bunch of other kids, and so how do you stand out, right? So it's this kind of coping mechanism for them. And so that's definitely been a struggle with us in the house. Of They just don't want to listen to things, listen to us at times. They want to hit, they want to throw. So it's been really, really challenging. That said, there have been some really sweet moments, like when we're reading before bedtime. That can be really sweet. The Bear Snores On. Would recommend that book. Love that book. Brown Bear, Brown Bear. I don't know. They just like books with bears, I guess. I can't really explain it. But that's really, really a sweet time. They also struggle with some language deficiencies. The 3-year-old has a pretty limited vocabulary, and the 2-year-old basically can say mommy, no, and milk. And so trying to help them through that, and the older one, even with a limited vocabulary, like really still struggles to say certain words. And that can lead him to a lot of frustration and anger because he can't say the things that he wants. But anyway, all that to say, I've been gone for, I don't think I've streamed on Twitch in 2.5 weeks. And I've been making like one video a week on YouTube. And so I just wanted to get this video out there to say why. Because it's been really hard for us. And I don't want you to think that I am like quitting it all. But when I finish a day with the kids, I just feel so blessed. I feel, oh man, we got through another day. And then I just kind of zone out. We're going to bed at 8:39, I swear, my wife and I. So it's been a huge blessing. God has really blessed us with these kids. I've seen a lot of ways that, I didn't even know that I responded to in certain situations that are certainly not very Christ-like. But it's exposed a lot of sin in my heart. And it's been good for our marriage and good for our family to have these kids. But I just wanted to let you guys know that that's where I'm at. And so streams, we'll see. It's hard to get done with a day and then try to flip on a camera and make a recording, or flip on a camera and press go live on Twitch. But I didn't want you guys to think that I was done with this. We have the kids potentially for the month of November, but potentially not as long. There's some news that maybe mom is, feeling well, not great, right? Because she's still going through treatment, but maybe well enough that she can have her kids. Because that's the idea of this whole ministry, is that a lot of times with these kids, they'll go into foster care. And then even if mom wants to get them out of foster care, it can be really hard to do so because there's a lot of red tape, there's a lot of bureaucracy surrounding it. And so the whole idea is that they come to a host family, the children, and they get hosted for, a day, a week, a month, 6 months, whatever it takes for mom to get back on her feet or dad to get back on her feet or the family unit to get back together. And then the kids go back, right? It's not a situation where like, oh, we're going to adopt these kids. No, in fact, it's just the opposite. We want them to be back with mom or back with dad, back with the family as soon as possible, because that, I think, ultimately is just better for the kids, better for the parents, and is just an overall better situation, and avoids entirely the government and the foster care system where these kids could get sucked in and just live out the rest of their childhood, just being passed around to different parents in this foster care system that, tries to protect them to a degree, but because of the red tape and bureaucracy, struggles to do so. And people that have intimate knowledge of the foster care system know a little bit about what I'm talking about with that. So just understand that's where I'm at. Thank you guys for understanding on that. Again, this video is to people that are regulars. So if you're a regular and you're watching this, thank you. If you want to do anything for us, I think the biggest thing would be to pray for us and our family, that we would, ultimately that the kids would be able to go back to mom as soon as possible. But just for my heart and being patient with the kids, because I think sometimes I get a little riled up because they push my buttons as any 2 and 3-year-old would do. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and make a little video for you guys about that and let you know what the situation is, and what I'm dealing with right now, and what we're going through as a family. So thank you guys. Appreciate the prayers, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks. God bless. If I don't see you soon, I'll see you later. And remember, good luck and also have fun. See you.